talked to them 15 minutes of this Karaknath story, and the Karaknath story became super hit. And then the MD of the Jajpur steel plant, which I believe is the flagship plant, he walked up to me and he said, you know, we also have Karaknath-like stories in our, what you call it, our factory and our area of operation, Jajpur, so to come down to Odisha. So, not a bad idea. Matlab ki the Jindals are a known brand, so if they were going to pay for you and host you, it's going to be a pleasant journey. And believe you me, I went there. But when you go looking for a story, don't be predetermined about what you're going to look for. So I was basically called there to look for the CSR work that they were doing, and probably they thought a very good CSR work that they were doing. No doubts about it. And then they said, then I said, yeah, once I'm here, I should also see your steel plant. They said, yes, why not steel plant? And there were a lot of protocols to be followed. Our photo nahi khichenge, carrying. So we went to that steel plant, we saw that plant, and then I discovered, when we were approaching the steel plant, I discovered there was somebody standing in helmet and all, who did not look like a sturdy steel maker. You know, when we got closer, they realized she was a woman. And I was surprised that hot floor mill was being headed by a woman engineer. And then in course of talking to her, I realized that there are quite a few women engineers working on the steel plant. And this was something on which they have also not ever worked for. So when I came back, and then I said, look, I'm not doing a CSR story. I want details of the women employees in Jajpur plant, and I finally made them work that out, a census which they had not done earlier. And believe you me, that 35% of the engineering force consisted of women engineers. And there were of course engineers in the manager. और वो जो जिंदल की जो लड़की हमारे साथ देखी जा सकती है, she also thought कि भाई, I thought all the women was in their Gurgaon office. There could not be very many other than the PRO in the plant, and there were so many of them in the plant. And then I think I came back, and it took me some time, and in fact the PR professionals were pretty, concerned कि ये story कब छपेगी. इनका rating जिंदल से साथ खराब ना हो जाए. But then I waited for that figures which came, and I did that story, and I wanted, and I talked to one or two newspapers. They agreed to take that story, and I agreed for a newspaper. They took it as a Sunday lead story, full page story, and it was called Stainless Woman Forging Steel. Stainless woman, it goes with the thing. Shabdo ka khel, stainless without woman, without any stain, because they said this is steel without any stain. So stainless woman forging steel, because you don't make steel, you forge. The stainless woman forging steel, and the story became super hit. Mr. Jindal, and then Mr. Jindal retweeted the story. So I think, and it became very well known in the steel circle, and some of my friends in the business journalists come say, okay. So that is the impact with the story and the discovery. When we are all talking about women empowerment, there is that, there are so many things which are being done, we are SHG groups, but we did not really realize. This was one realization on which that company had never worked on, thought about before. So that is where a good story actually, has an impact. That is where a good story creates that engagement. And I'm very sure, I've always, we have had, we have had people who have been training with us from, in fact, today when I am in the teaching profession, and I'm closing, mentoring about class of 35, I realized that about 20 of them, they want to be in the world of corporate communication and PR, which is actually a very good sign for the industry. Because, earlier the preference was for the journalism side, media, journalism. But today the preference is for Yeah, corporate communication. Because probably the idea of the content writing, the content and the whole idea, and because the people also pay better than what the generally media houses pay. So with that kind, it's very good that with good that the good talent today is looking forward to this story, looking forward to this to a career in what you call in public relations, in corporate communications. And if that kind of talent is coming to the industry, I think the industry has a fabulous future. And given the qualification of quality, which will gradually happen in the what you call in the media side, I think your stories will be more acceptable to the media than they are today. You see, here on this with this story, I would, in fact, I was a person. You see, Sheila Dikshit, I saw her so closely, her working for 16, 17, 18 years. She was what you call, and this is something which I would go and tell my workshops with the army people, defense forces people, that communication is something, which has to be prioritized over all other things in an organization. In this time, if you are not communicating well about yourself, if you are not communicating rightly about yourself, if your communicator is not at the par of your other CXOs, I think that company is going to have a very difficult time in the times to come, because we are living in the times of communication. And 13 she left, so around 2008, 2009, when she became chief minister, the first thing she did was she retained 2 people in her team from the previous team. She retained the principal secretary. So it did not matter to her whether he has worked with the BJP, he had done good work with the BJP. So he would do Mr. Raghunathan, later became very powerful category. Mr. Raghunathan as a principal secretary, and the information officer, Mr. Satpal, who remained with her for the next 15 years. And Satpal was to sit in every cabinet meeting. Every meeting that Mrs. Dikshit took, Satpal was to sit. And so you have to extend that kind of an what you call. And then शाम को वो कहते थे, वो मजाक करते थे कि अगर सतपाल जी की प्रेस रिलीज नहीं आई तो बहुतों की दुकान बंद हो जाएगी, रिपोर्टर्स की. So that was the kind of respect he commanded with his work in this. So the I can see he is pickling the rose. So these are on that term rose. And there was very famous film called Guns and Roses. So in the times when everybody is gunning for each other, I think it are the roses which are going to make the life much easy. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सर. मैं वही कह रहा था कि डिजिटली ये सारी चीज़ें नहीं हो सकती. कुछ लोगों के पास मैंने रखा गुलाब, यहाँ पे तो सिर्फ मैंने ऐसे किया और सामने वाले ने समझ लिया. ये होता है एक्सपीरियंस. तो कम्युनिकेशन और लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस से आती है. और मैं चूँकि महमूद सर हमारे साथ हैं, बट उनकी कुछ लिमिटेशंस है. ही कैन नॉट टॉक टू अस फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम बिकॉज ही हैज इलेक्शंस इन हिज country and he has some limitations, but he will definitely extend his best wishes to us. And I'll request him post moderating this and completing this session. और लास्ट में मैं शाहिद लुधियानवी साहब का ज़रूर एक शेर पढ़ूंगा बिकॉज वहीं से शुरू हुआ तो वहीं पे ख़त्म करेंगे. राजीव भाई ने बहुत तरीके से हम सबको बताया कि अभी भी ट्रेडिशनल मीडिया की जो सिग्निफिकेंस है, इम्पोर्टेंस है, ख़त्म नहीं हो सकती. उसको आप एक्सटेंड और एक्सपैंड कर सकते हैं दूसरे टूल्स से. और उन्होंने एक बड़ा अच्छा शब्द कहा कि मेडिकल लाइन में हमने जिंदगियों को छुआ है. तो जो ह्यूमैनिटेरियन ह्यूमैनिटी की बात होती है, कम्युनिकेटर का सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज होता है कि आप कैसे उसके अंदर ह्यूमैनिज्म लेके आए. एंड आई थिंक यस, मेडिकल कम्युनिकेशन में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है वो. भास्कर दादा ने बताया कि बहुत डाइवर्सिफाई हुआ. जब कम्युनिकेशन जब शुरुआत हुई कॉर्पोरेट कम्युनिकेशन से प्रेस रिलीज बांटते थे, उसके अंदर इतनी वैरायटी हो गई जिसके अंदर फिर मुझे हम सबको डिजिटल जाना ही पड़ता है. और पूरा का पूरा सिनेरियो चेंज हो गया और बहुत सलीके से उन्होंने अपनी बात को रखी। मुझे लगता है कि समय के दायरे को भी थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही सीमित करके, बिकॉज भास्कर भाई जब बोलते हैं तो हम ज़्यादा सुनना चाहते हैं। सिद्धार्थ सर की कड़कनाथ की स्टोरी हमारे को ज़रूर, मैं बार बार इसलिए कहता हूँ क्योंकि वो शब्द थोड़ा अलग है और कम्युनिकेटर्स का ये भी होता है, आप सिलेक्शन ऑफ वर्ड। अब जब मैंने कड़कनाथ कहा तो जरूर सबके दिमाग में कुछ एक जिज्ञासा और चेष्टा आई होगी। तो कम्युनिकेशन को स्टैब्लिश करने के लिए भी आपको हमेशा कुछ अच्छे शब्दों को चुनना होता है जो एक शब्द से आपके थॉट्स में कोई एक इंटरेस्ट जागृत हो। सो दैट वाज माय इंटेंशन एंड ऑब्वियसली दैट स्टोरी इज फैंटास्टिक। सर ने और भी पावर ऑफ स्टोरी बताया कि कैसे हमारे यहाँ डेंगू के वक्त प्लेटलेट्स के सेंटर्स क्रिएट हो गए, प्लेटलेट्स बैंक क्रिएट हुए एक स्टोरी से। दैट हैज बीन वेरी इंपैक्टफुल। और साथ ही साथ हम ये जरूर जानते हैं कि कैसे स्टोरी हैज ट्रेवल्ड फ्रॉम केव्स टू डिजिटल। इट हैज बीन अ लॉन्ग एरा। जब हमने शुरुआत की थी तो हम केव्स में भी कहानियां कहते होंगे, ऐसा मेरा मानना है। और आज हम दुनिया बड़ी हो गई, पहले दुनिया छोटी थी, तो उसके लिए डिजिटाइजेशन की बहुत जरूरत है। हमारी कंजम्पशन की स्टाइल बदल गई, हम दूसरे तरीके से अब कंज्यूम करते हैं कम्युनिकेशन को, कंटेंट को। हमारा कंजम्पशन बिल्कुल बदल गया। देयर इज अ डिफरेंट वे इन व्हिच वी टेक थिंग्स। वी वांट एवरीथिंग टू बी वेरी क्विक। बहुत ही सेकंड्स और मिनटों और घंटों में चीजें वायरल हो जाती हैं। तो मेरा ये मानना है कि ये समन्वय है, इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ, वेयर ह्यूमनिज्म इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, the use of digital media is very important, AI is very important, because the audience size is increased so much that you cannot reach out to them without using these new tools. और जब tools की democratization हुई तो उससे बहुत expansion हुआ। आज सबके पास वो tools है। पहले बहुत लिमिट ज्ञान होती, ज्ञान की सीमाएं हैं, और यही फर्क जिंदगी भर रहेगा कि ज्ञान जिसके पास है वो ज्ञानी रहेगा। आप भी चैट जीपीटी पर वही चीज लिख सकते हैं, मैं भी वही चीज लिख सकता हूँ और उसके रिजल्ट सेम आएंगे। लेकिन जहाँ पे ह्यूमनिज्म जिसके पास ज्ञान है वो कुछ ऐसे शब्द उसमें लिख देगा जिससे वो रिजल्ट बदल जाएगा। और टूल्स की एक लिमिटेशन बहुत बड़ी ये है कि आज चैट जीपीटी बना, उसकी जस्ट बात विद इन 3 months चैट जीपीटी को चेक करने के लिए दूसरे टूल्स बन गए कि उसमें ह्यूमनिज्म है कि नहीं है। कुछ दिनों बाद वो भी खत्म हो जाएगा, फिर नया टूल आएगा कि जो ह्यूमनिज्म चेक किया है वो सही चेक किया है कि नहीं किया है। बट आपका जो दिमाग है, आपकी जो जहन में जो ह्यूमनिज्म है, वो असली स्टोरी टेलिंग बनेगी। और जैसा सर ने कहा कि आप जो देखते हैं, जो सुनते हैं, जो सोचते हैं, वही स्टोरी है। कोई चीजें गढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, महसूस कीजिए, समझिए और लिख डालिए, वो आपकी कहानी बन जाएगी। थैंक यू सो मच। और लास्ट में साहिल लुधियानवी जी ने जब वो गीत लिखी थी तो उसको पूरा नहीं गाया गया था फिल्म में, कभी कभी में। तो लास्ट की जो लाइन थी वो मैं पढ़ना चाहूंगा और ये आप लोगों के लिए है खास तौर पे। उसके लास्ट 4 लाइनें हैं। पल दो पल मैं कुछ कह गया, इतनी ही सआदत काफी है। पल दो पल तुमने मुझको सुना, इतनी ही इनायत काफी है। थैंक यू सो मच एवरीबडी फॉर बीइंग अ पेशेंट लिसनर, एंड आई विश that this PRSI support which you have been extending to PRSD will increase, and we will do fantastic job in the coming time. Thank you so much. And now I request our Honorable Mr. Mahmood sir to speak few lines of his wishes and blessings to us.
Thank you all. I can really understand that why I am the last speaker here, because why is our honorable Sidharth Mishra, then I could not really find out the reason why I am the speaker after him. Thank you all. Thank you again. Thanks again, Mr. Mishra, who is very eminent, revered, and living legend in the field of education. Our honorable professor, I have been introduced to him very few days ago, but he is just now like my teacher. And thanks Mr. Tewari, Mr. Sibbar, and who is sitting beside my right side, Mr. Mojumdar, and the audiences. First of all, I have been honored and delighted to be present here to get the opportunity to few words in the annual meetings occasion which is going on here. Thank you all of my colleagues from the field of communication and media. I would like to express my opinion on the public relations society. I must endorse and say that this is very much important platform all over the world. And I have been introduced with this platform in Delhi because there is no any platform like this in Bangladesh. There is a information officer society who is being led by the government. But so far I know this platform is combination with the government, public officer and as well as the private sector. So, as a Minister of Press of Bangladesh, I believe that our main focus should be engagement with the other part. And I look forward to be more engaging and interaction with our friendly country India through our public relation, diplomatic relation, and as well as I must expect, apart from the public relations society from Delhi. I obviously give thanks to all because they have honored me and they have given me chance and space to deliver a few words here. By profession and choice, I am a journalist, not as a diplomat. In Bangladesh, I have a long career in journalism field. I can claim it confidently. Apparently, I am looking very younger, but I am running 57. Almost I have passed